6-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Steps away to his left. Looking deep for Elliott. And got his man complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Ready? 6-6, bullet pop, 18 gators. Bravo. Check right. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
It'll be Minshew again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Minshew's pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now Minshew. He'll fire it deep for Reagor, and that will be incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running running game. It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Out of the gun now on third down. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
55, 55. Hey, eat. Check back. Shift, watch the shift.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And able to find Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
At the 46-yard line.
18 Cardinal. That's track. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. 19.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 1-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Check back the line. Check back the line. Come on.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Come on, set. 60 out more.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun is Minshew. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His pass intended for Jalen Rager. Incomplete. He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And now they'll elect to go for two and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
49ers.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And a 49er first down.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Hey, over. Hey, check.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connection made with Chenault. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 41-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Runs through the contact. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Midfield. A 3-yard pick.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Got an open man. It's Ratley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Left side completion to Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll go with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Here's Minshew. They'll find Everett there, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He shakes him off. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Minshew. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 7.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. It'll be Minshew again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Elliott. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Jones. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackler. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the 49ers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did you let it go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed it. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah.